So today we're going to go over some of the methods and classes that were created to uh, start the Sudoku generator game. So the first class that we had was the Sudoku generator, which is found here. And the the first method of that class is the constructor that passes in some of our main parameters like row length, remove cells, and initiates the difficulty parameter as well. We also have a board setting here that is an empty list so that we can start generating our random numbers. The second method is getBoard, which actually uses for loops to start appending random numbers to a list. So the goal is to have a 9 by 9 matrix that basically check that the number that's being passed in to the game would be valid in the board. So that is done by using Boolean expressions, basically checking if the statements are true or false, and then creating a output based on that. Valid in box would check to see if basically the 3 by 3 boxes that are in the board are valid as well, similar to the prior methods.
So for the board class, we start with the constructor, which sets up the board with the width, height, screen, and difficulty. And then the method under that, the draw method, actually just draws the grid itself, while the methods below, select and click, are utilized inside the sudoku.py, which actually allows the user to enter a value into the Sudoku grid. And then
Methods included in this board class were used to check whether or not the board is full, update the board, find whether or not the board is actually empty, and check if the board was successfully completed in terms of the requirements to win the game. Started. So we're going to be going over the functionality of the code now. I want to mention first the Sudoku generator file. It generates a 9 by 9 matrix of random numbers as indicated in the project. So it's working as required.
so
I should say.
okay, we had a fill board function, but it's not working as intended. So we will go to the draw num function. The draw num function allows the user to click upon a specific cell on the Sudoku grid, and they can type in a number, and the number will be printed in the cell that the user selected. Now we're moving on to the event loop. So the event loop here is where it records the specific position of where the user selected and determines what cell position that is. And then it records the specific number key that is pressed.
Main menu is then presented with all of those features. It centers the text, adds different colors, and there are also these buttons, easy, medium, or hard. You can select on the button. It'll come up with the 9 by 9 matrix with 3 by 3 boxes. And then you can select whichever box you want and enter any value between 1 and 9 that the user would like to put, and you can place it in any location. And when you place these values, you will actually get a or record a certain coordinate on the board. That's our code.